It's week 5 of Chao Racing 2014, and this week we are presenting our tag team action. This is Jim Hook speaking along with David Grassaby, and boy do we make a pretty good team announcing the plays. Right, Dave? That's right, Jim. And we have 4 teams in each race, so there will be not 1, but 2 races in each team. And this should be an exciting one to remember, right, Jim? That's right, Dave. And we're going to start things off with Chao Racing 2014 Week 5 with a very special tag team match you all should know. So it's over to you, Dave, to get things started. Thanks, Jim. So our first of our races will feature the captains first. So first up we have Cody Gisborough versus Instant Replay Jackington, Zach Allison, and Vince Dason. As always, the races will be held on the Inward course. Take a look at the lineup for our first race, and it's over to you, Jim, to get things started. So are these 4 Chao ready to go? Yes, we are. Well then, good luck to all 4 of you captains, and good luck to all of our captains during the first half of our show. Please start the race. Over to you, Jim. Alright, so week 5 is officially underway, and these 4 Chao know how to party. As we mentioned earlier, there will be 2 races for each team, so this should be an exciting one on Chao Racing 2014. First obstacle is Taking the Trees, and it looks like all 4 Chao are dancing at the current moment. Who's gonna have the upper hand at this point? We'll find out soon enough. And it looks like the first superstar to get the speed bus on week 5 of Chao Racing 2014 is number 7. And number 2 is getting all alone in last place, ladies and gentlemen, and he barely takes land. Vince Dason will have the next commander of speed bus, and Vince Dason is going west. Meanwhile, Rusty Instant Replay Jackington seems like he's ahead of the competition right now, as the next speed bus will be made by number 7. That's his second one for this race. He's currently in 6th place at the current moment. Cody Gisborough is in a safe second right now as we pass the 1 minute mark. Things are getting really intense right now as the next speed bus will be made by Vince Dason. Vince Dason and number 7 are alternating speed bus right now. Zach Allison looks like he's A-OK at the current moment. And down goes Vince Dason. Wow, that will give Zach Allison some time to catching up to do. He's back in this one, and Zach Allison gets the next speed bus. That means he is in the top 3 right now. Numbers 2 and 7 are battling for dear life. One of them's gonna have to get a speed bus. Who's gonna get that chance? It's number 7, that's who. So he will try to leave number 2 behind. Zach Allison is going in 3rd place with Vince Dason right on his tail. As the next speed bus will be made by number 1 as we approach the 2 minute mark. Numbers 2 and 7 continue to battle for dear life as they go to rest. Vince Dason will have the next commander on speed bus, but our big winner is Rusty Instant Replay Jackington. That's followed by Cody Gisborough. And Vince Dason will wrap up the top 3 for our first race of the night. So Rusty Instant Replay Jackington got the win of the night, and hopefully his partner will get a win as well. We'll be right back with more tag team action. Do not go away. Okay, for race number 2, we have Raymond Hill, Casey Raymondson, Ben Henderson, and Ireland's fabulous warrior, Steve Winkman. Let's take a look at the lineup for this portion of the week, and it's over to you, Jim. Alright, so are these 4 Chao ready to go? Yes, we are. Well then, good luck to all 4 captains. Everyone is on the clock. Please start the race. Dave? Alright, Jim, this one should be exciting as the first one. Who's gonna have control? Number 1 is going to rest, so let's watch Raymond Hill. He is looking very confident over his opponents right now. As he eats the fruit, he's off and running with Ben Henderson right on his tail. And Ben Henderson will have command in the lead because Raymond Hill is going to take a nap. And let's see who's going to get the opening toss this time. It will be made by Steve Wigman, who desperately needed help. And there he goes, finding a shortcut all the way to the lead. And the next speed bus will be made by Raymond Hill. Almost flying that time. Casey Maymonson and Ben Henderson are battling for second place at the current moment. As the next speed bus will be made by number 8, who desperately needed some help. Number 7 is the one who really needed help every now and then. The next speed bus will be made by Raymond Hill, who's currently battling Casey Maymonson for third place. And Ben Henderson pauses for a moment. And he's off and running again. We're at 1:15 right now. Who's gonna get the next speed bus? It's number 2, that's who. He's currently in 5th place, leading the silver job. Poor number 7's getting left behind, and down he goes. What's gonna happen? Number 1 with the next command on the speed bus, battling number 2 for 5th place. And it looks like Raymond Hill's taking an easy second right now, at the current moment. And number 7 gets some help, finally. Climbing up the wall like crazy. And number 8 will go from his snub as he takes the next speed bus. And our big winner is Island's Fabulous Warrior, Steve Wingman. He gets a point. And Ben Henderson will wrap up the speed bus. Casey Maymonson will now beat Ben Henderson for third place. Raymond Hill will take second. So it's Ireland's Fabulous Warrior who got the win. And we'll be right back with more fun and games right after we hear one from this sponsor. Alright, race number 3 should be a handy one. It'll feature Alex Markinson, Derek DePlay, Garrett Dayton, and the steel curtain we all love, Aaron Miller. Everyone's prepped up for a tag team race, and it's on to you, Jim. Alright, so are these 4 chat ready to go? Yes, we are. Well then, good luck to all 4 of you. Please, start the race. Over to you, Dave. Alright, there goes the Chao busting down the line. Who's gonna win this one? We're about to find out. And it looks like Alex Markinson is going west. So let's watch these 3, Derek Dayton and Aaron. Who's gonna have control? They're all inching in by the current moment. And the first superstar to get the speed bus is Alex Markinson. And he's trying desperately to stay alive. Garrett Dayton decided to land. Number 8 will have the next command speed bus, currently in 6th place. And numbers 1 and 7 are battling for dear life. What's gonna happen? Remember, anything's a sunny day in the Chao Racing universe. Number 8 with back-to-back speed bus. That's to the ball for number 8. Oh boy, look at the competition right now. They're really closing in on the steel curtain. Alex Markinson trying to closing in on each other. As the next speed bus will be made by number 7. Both number 7 and number 1 are battling for dear life still. Who will have the next command on speed bus? It's number 7, making it 2 in a row by 2 in a row. And he's still in the game. Meanwhile, back up in front, the steel curtain better watch his back. Aaron Miller doesn't want to lose to these guys. Number 2 will have the next command on the speed bus. And he's in 4th place at the current moment. It's a battle for survival, folks. A battle for dear life between numbers 1 and 7. And back up in front, it's Alex Markinson who will have the next command on speed bus. Right now it's Alex Markinson, followed by the steel curtain Aaron Miller, and Derek DePlay. It's going to be a close one, folks. This will decide who gets to win this one. As number 8 will have the next command on speed bus, it looks like the steel curtain Aaron Miller is going to win this one because he is swimming away from Derek DePlay, so he should have the win right here. As number 2 will have another command on speed bus, the steel curtain Aaron Miller does it again. That's followed by Derek DePlay and Alex Markinson. And number 7 will wrap up the speed bus for this race. The steel curtain has done it. Aaron Miller got the win. We're all coming back for more fun and games on this tag team action. But first, here's one from this. I'm sure you're all having a great time. The next race on our list is between Kyle Leachman, Frank Funataro, Joey Atkinson, and Howard Miller of the Miller Traders. This should be an exciting one. You will never forget. Here on Chao Racing 2014. Over to you, Jim. Alright, so are you for Chao ready to rumble? Yes, we are. Well then, good luck to all four of you, and please start the race! Well, there goes Kyle Leachman, there goes Frank Funataro. They're running wild down the aisles at the current moment. And there they go, bursting down the line like crazy. They're neck to neck, battling for the best position of the pack. And let's see who's gonna get the opening toss. It will be made by Joey Atkinson. And Howard Miller is going to rest. That'll give Joey Atkinson some time to rumble, and the opponents some catching up to do. And Howard Miller is heading towards the water. There goes a couple more Joe in the water, as the next people will be made by number 8. Swimming like crazy. Number 1 is getting left behind in the crowd. He needs some help right away. And he pauses for a moment and he gets some help. But he's going to need a lot more help than that if he wants to stuck him into his game. Kyle Leachman and Frank Funataro are back up in front, ending like crazy. As the next people will be made by number 2. And it will be a miracle for number 1 to get back in this one. Who will get the next speed-bus is Joey Atkinson. That's who. And down goes Howard Miller. That will cost him some serious points in the early run. Who will have the next speed-bus as they're heading for the wall? It's number 1. He gets some more help. And he's catching up in a hurry. And now they're climbing up the wall like crazy. Ooh, there's Howard Miller growing up really fast. But it looks like he might not have enough distance to get back in this one. I think he's gonna retain third place. And Kyle Leachman wins this one. He's the better than Frank Funataro. Number 1 to the next Beavers. Frank Funataro will finish in second place. And that will be followed by Howard Miller of the Miller Traders. And the next Beavers will be made by Joey Atkinson. I think he's going to finish in 4th place. And number 2 is getting all alone in last place. We have time for one more speed bus, and it will be made by number 1. Kyle Leachman wins this one. He beats Frank Funataro to the end. And we'll be right back with more tag team action right after these messages. Okay, time for race number 5. It is between Aaron Holmes, Dallas the Master Gavano, Big Cherry, Tommy Days, and our honorary policeman on Chao Racing, the one and only Rusty Williamson. Coming up in our next race, we have one half of our main event. But first, let's see what happens on this race. Jim, are these 4 Chao ready to go? Yes, we are. We're going to go out to all 4 of you. Please start the race. Hit it, Dave. Alright, here we go. Race number 5 is underway for week 5 of Chao Racing 2014. First obstacle, like always, is the trees. They're shaking the trees to get the fruit out. And there goes Tommy Days, Big Cherry. And it looks like he will have the upper hand here. We'll find out if it will pay off in the early run. Who's going to get the opening toss? Some Chao are going to sleep. It's number 1 who got the opening toss. Currently battling in a 3-way battle for 6. And the next speed bus will be made by number 2, who's currently in 5th place at the current moment. Aaron Holmes trying to handle Tommy Days. Big Cherry for the lead. Number 8 will have the next command on speed bus. He is in 5th place at the current moment. Number 1 is getting left behind of the crowd, ladies and gentlemen, as we approach the 1 minute mark. And the next speed bus will be made by number 2. That's the second one for this race. Trying to stay alive in the game. And it looks like Aaron Holmes is closing in on Big Cherry Tommy Days. Rusty Williamson with the next command on Speed Bus. Our honorary policemen of Chao Racing. Numbers 1 and 2 are battling for dear life as we head back into the policeman himself. That's 2 in a row for Rusty Williamson. And back up in front, looks like Tommy Days and Alan Holmes are going with, giving the other 2 Chao, Dallas, and Rusty Williamson some time to rumble. And Alan Holmes will have the next command on the Speed Bus. It's a close one so far. This next obstacle will determine who should have the lead and possibly the win. And number 1 is going west. So let's watch number 8. Here gets the next Speed Bus. Looks like Alan Holmes is going to win this one unless Tommy Days can somehow pass him this one. Dallas, the Master of the Guana, will have the next command on Speed Bus. And it looks like Alan Holmes is going to hold on for the win, followed by Big Cherry Tommy Days and Dallas, the Master Gavano. 1 of 8. Alan Holmes wins a close one. Race number 6 is on its way next, but first, here's the word from one of our favorite sponsors of Chao Racing. Alright, here is one half of this week's main event. The first one will feature Jason Hill, one half of our defending champions, Antonio Bennett of the Go-Getters, Aaron Heenan of the License for Destiny, and Chao Pickles, the Metal Fusionist of the Dynamites of Destruction. After this race, we will switch partners, but first, over to you, Jim. Alright, so are these 4 Chao ready to go? Yes, we are. Well then, good to all 4 of you. Please start the race. Dave. Alrighty then, the first part of this week's main event is underway. Jason Hill looks like he has a pretty good start, but the others are still in it. And now Jason Hill is shaking the tree like crazy. What's gonna happen? He's eating the food, and he's off and running, trying to leave the other 3 Chao behind in the dust. And there he goes, heading towards the water. Chao Pickles, the Metal Fusionist, will win the opening toss, and number 1 is getting all alone in last place. Someone's going to swing, that'll give a little bit of help. Well, not much help. He's still in last place, as the next Speed Bus will be made by number 7. And he pauses for a moment, giving number 1 some time to catching up to do. As the next Speed Bus will be made by number 8. And he's trying to stay alive in the game. Look at Jason Hill trying to prevent anyone else from catching up to him. We passed the 1 minute mark as the next Speed Bus will be made by number 7, and he moves up a couple of spots. Antonio Bennett and Chao Pickles are getting left behind on the pack, ladies and gentlemen. As we head back into number 7, that's 2 in a row for lucky number 7. Meanwhile, Alvin Heenan, the license to drive, is in a safe 2nd place at the current moment. Jason Hill still has a humongous lead at the current moment, as the next Speed Bus will be made by Antonio Bennett of the Go-Getters. Here they come, climbing up the wall like crazy. Alvin Heenan should be 2nd place. And there goes Chao Pickles, trying to catch up with the crowd. Alvin Heenan's going west. That will give Antonio Bennett command a 2nd place. As we approach the 2 minute mark, the next Speed Bus will be made by number 8. Who's currently in 4th place at the current moment. And Alvin Heenan wins the battle for a second, but Jason Hill is going to win this one, because he should have an easy win right over here. As number 2 will have the next command on Speed Bus. Jason Hill wins this one. That's going to be followed by the license to drive, Alvin Heenan. And Antonio Bennett will wrap up the top 3. And we have just enough time for 1 more Speed Bus. It will be made by number 1. Jason Hill wins 1/2 of the main event. Stay tuned, because when we come back, we're going to switch partners, so don't go anywhere. Chao Racing 2014 will return. Alright, welcome back to the 2nd half of week 5. The teams that switch partners, and the first race of the 2nd half will feature Max Lack Sandersberg, Chris Nelson, Ryan Schafthold, and Richard Hasselhoff. It's time for these partners to show us stuff, trying to earn a point towards qualifying. Over to you, Jim. Alright, so are these 4 Chao ready to go? Yes, we are. We're going to go out to all 4 of you and go out to all partners in the second half. We start the race. Alright, here we go. Max Alexandersberg and my Schafthold are going to rest, so let's watch these two. They're shaking the tree like crazy, and they're doing a great job. Who's gonna have control? Chris Nelson's team got a win on the last week. Rusty Instant Replay Jackington got the win on the first race, and the first superstar to get speed bus is Max Alexandersberg. And there we go, trailing towards the water. That'll leave number 1 in the dust at the current moment. And Max Alexandersberg, with all his might, wins back-to-back speeders to start off the race. And he's back in this one. Now number 2 is getting left behind. That's the next speeders we made by number 7, who's going in 5th place. Meanwhile, back up in front, Chris Nelson has the lead. But it looks like numbers 5 and 6 are catching up to him. Who's gonna have the next speed bus? It's number 2, that's who. But he's gonna need a lot more help than that if he wants to stay alive. And it looks like Chris Nelson took a rest. That will give Ryan Schafthold and number 6 Commander battling for the lead. But here comes Chris Nelson, and now they're in a freeway battle for the lead. And now they're climbing up the wall at the current moment. We passed 130 as the next speed bus we made by number 7. And he easily holds on back to Alexandersberg for 4th place. Number 2 is getting all alone in the pack, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get back to number 7, just in case. He's still doing a great job catching up with the pack. And it looks like Chris Nelson should have the win. Followed by Ryan Hasselhoff and Ryan Schafthold and Richard Hasselhoff. Max Alexandersberg with another speed bus. That's his bad for the race. And Chris Nelson wins this one, giving him the sweep for Wrestling Instant Week by Jackington. And Max Alexandersberg will wrap up the race with back-to-back speed bus. 2 in a row, 5 in a row to end the race. Chris Nelson wins this one, giving him the sweep for his team. And we'll be right back with more. Do not go away. So, it's 7 down and 5 more to go. Race number 8 of week 5 will feature Will Ingson, Nick Saiwan, Tyler Phones, Doug Gamble of Atlantic City, and Alex Cartman. According to my calculations, Steve Wingman from team number 4 won the last one. So let's see what's gonna happen. Good luck to all 4 of you, and please start the race. Alright, here they come. Let's see down the line. Congratulations to Steve Wingman on his job well done for team number 4 on earlier this week. Let's see if they can keep it up on this race. Right now they're eating a tree, and Alex Cartman is dancing to the beat. There goes Will Ingson and Tyler Foltz, closing in on each other. And the first superstar to get speed bus is Nick Saiwan. And he's back in this one. He's going in 5th place. Number 7 is getting all alone in last place. And he gets some help. And he's back in the lane. Back in the game. That'll put Nick Saiwan in dead meat again. Meanwhile, Tyler Foltz and Will Ingson are battling for the lead as the next speed bus we made by number 1. Nick Saiwan and number 8 are battling for dear life as we approach the 1 minute mark. And it looks like the next speed bus we made by Nick Saiwan. That's his second for this race, but he didn't get all of it on that one. Tyler Foltz and Will Ingson continue to battle for the lead. I wonder who's gonna get the next speed bus. We're about to find out. It's Will Ingson who got the next speed bus, and he passes Tyler Folks. He has command of the lead. Next side one still need help from the crowd. Who's gonna get the next speed boost? It's next side one, that's who. And he's back in this one, but will be enough. Oh, down he goes. And Willings is going to rest. Now give Tyler Folks command of the lead. He's back in the lead. But here comes Will Linkson, and he's doing the game. And now Alex Krabman has the lead, but will he hold on? Meanwhile, Nick Simon seems like he's getting all alone in the competition as he takes a rest. Number 8 seems like the one he's really in dead meat this time. And we're about to have winner back up in front as the next big wrestler we made by number 2. It's Tyler Folks who wins this one, followed by Will Linkson and Alex Krabman. And we have time for one more speed bust. Looks like Nick Simon won't have any help from the crowd. It's number 1 who got the next speed bust, and that's gonna be it for this race. So, the gambler from Atlantic City, Tyler Folks, is the winner of race number 8 of week number 5. Don't go away, there's more excitement coming up. Chao Racing 2014 will continue. Alright, time for race nifty number 9. It will feature the Bobby Mater, Bobby K, Joe Rafferty, I know that I'm trying to go, F.R. Kingsley, and Norman Finder of True Perfection. This should be an exciting one. Over to you, Jim. Alright, so are these 4 Chao ready to go? Yes, we are. We're gonna go to all 4 of you, and please start the race! Dave. Alright, look at these Chao go. Which partner will earn a point towards qualifying for the World Championship in February 2015? We'll find out soon enough. We're celebrating our 60th season on Chao Racing 2014. And there goes Stefan Kingsley, busting down the line. And he's heading for the water. Who's gonna win the opening toss? It will be Norman Finder who wins the opening toss. He's heading for the water as well. And now it's Joe Rafferty who's taking a dip into the water, as F.R. Kingsley will have the next command of the speed bus. There goes the Chao, busting down the water. Joe Rafferty will have the next command on the speed bus. He's going in third place. Look at the competition behind. They don't want to get left behind on the pack. We passed the 1 minute mark as the next speed bus will be made by the Bobby Mater from Las Vegas, Bobby K. And back up in front, F.R. Kingsley seems to have a huge lead at the current moment, with Norman Finder not too far behind. Number 1 trying to stay alive with a speed bus. The Bobby Mater is currently battling, he's battling Joe Rafferty for third place. What's gonna happen here? Who's gonna get the next speed bus? It's number 2, that's who. And he decided to leave number 1 behind. Norman Finder is in a safe second right now. F.R. Kingsley, the homesick dancer maniac, is in the lead at the current one. And Norman Finder is going to rest, but he gets up immediately. He wakes up with the speed bus, and there goes F.R. Kingsley in the water. I don't think Norman Finder will catch up to him. Number 2 with the next command on the speed bus. Yep, Norman Finder is going to leave F.R. Kingsley some space to win this one. As number 8 will have the next command on the speed bus. The Harlem Shake Maniac does it again. F.R. Kingsley gets 1 point towards qualifying. Norman Finder will come in second place. And it looks like number 3 will wrap up the top 3, as number 2 will wrap up the speed bus for this race. And that's gonna do it for this race. So a big congratulations to number 5, which happens to be the Harlem Shake Maniac, F.R. Kingsley. The match number race number 10 is on its way next, but first, here's a look at this. So, as we're now 3/4 of the way home, it is time for the match number race number 10. And race number 10 will feature Greg Parker, Gary Coles, and what is that other partner again? Oh yeah, Eric Crosby and Dave Miller of the Miller Traders. Got it. Okay, let's send him down to the field, Jim. Alright, you know how to get it one time. Anyway, are these 4 Chao ready to go? Yes, we are. What a good luck. We start the race. Dave! Alright, so it's Greg Parker, Gary Coles, Eric Crosby, and Dave Miller of the Miller Traders who will participate in this race. One of them's going to add a point towards qualifying for the World Championship. Who's it going to be? We're going to find out in just a couple minutes. Let's see who will have control of this match. It'll be Gary Coles, followed by Dave Miller of the Miller Traders. And what's going to happen now? The first superstar to get the speed boost is, in just a few moments, Dave Miller. And he's trying to catch up with the yellow pack. Wow, look at that. That's gonna cause some serious damage. Anyway, number 1 got the next speed bus. And look at this. Number 2 took a shortcut. That means he should have the win right here. If he wins it, it's gonna go to the next best position. Well, anyway, the next speed bus belongs to number 7. Trying to hold off Greg Parker, Eric Crosby, and number 6, which happens to be Dave Miller of the Miller Traders. And Dave Miller will have the next command out of the speed bus. And down he goes. What's gonna happen? Who's gonna get the next speed bus? It's gonna be made up of then number 7. And he's back in this one. But it looks like Gary Coles might be too far away to catch up with the yellow superstars. And Gary Coles decided to put this one away. From the competition. Well, looks like number 2 is going to finish in first place. But Gary Coles shouldn't be too disappointed about that one. I think he is going to win this one. Eric Crosby will have the next command of speed bus. Number 2 will finish in first place, and Gary Coles will win this one. He earns 1 point towards qualifying for the World Championship, as number 1 will have the next command of speed bus, and he is all alone in last place. And we have just enough time for 1 more speed bus. Who's it gonna be? It will be made by number 7. He's gonna retain 7th place. So Gary Coles with 2nd place wins this one. We only got a couple more races to go, so stay tuned. Chao Racing 2014 will continue. Alrighty then, we're almost home. The next one will feature Vicky Nelson, Joe Furman, Kenny Days for the Days Brothers, and Justin Garmeedy. And don't forget, we have the second part of our main event still to come. But first, let's see what happens in this one. Jim, alright, so are these 4 Chao ready to go? Yes, we are. Well then, good, all 4 of you, please start the race. It's over to you, Dave. Alright, Dave, that's it. Well, anyway, these 4 Chao are running wild down the aisles. Who's gonna win this one? We'll find out soon enough. Here they go, eating the tree's fruits. And there goes Vicky Nelson. He's in the lead so far. Kenny Days is right on his tail. And there they go, flying down the aisle into the water. Number 6 will win the opening toss. That happens to be Justin Garmeedy of the Do It Right Policeman. And they're closing in on each other at the current moment, giving them inch by inch. And the next big match will be made by number 8. Numbers 1 and 8 are battling for dear life, battling for true survival in this race. Who's gonna get the next speed bus? As we pass the 1 minute mark, it's number 2 who gets the next speed bus. And it's Vicky Nelson who has the lead, followed by Joe Furman and Kenny Days and Justin Garmeedy are battling for 3rd place at the current moment, as number 2 gets back-to-back speed bus, trying to hold off Kenny Days for 4th place. Numbers 1 and 8 continue to do battle for survival, As the next Beavers will be made by Kenny Days. And he's trying to stay alive in the game. And Joe Furman is going west. That'll give Justin Garmini and Kenny Days command of catching up to do. And Kenny Days makes it back-to-back by back-to-back for this race. And he's now in third place. Numbers 1 and 8 continue to do battle for survival. As the next Beavers will be made by number 1. It looks like Justin Garmini is going to win this one, followed by Ricky Nelson. As number 1 makes it 2 in a row by 3 in a row. Justin Garmini wins this one. That's followed by Ricky Nelson. And Kenny Days wrap up the top 3. So, Justin Garmini has a point on his board. And we'll be right back with our second part on the main event right after this message. Do not go away. Alright, we have time for one more race of the night. This is the second half of this week's main event. It'll feature Nick Gimmick, our defending champion, Chris Schneider of the Go-Getters, OJ Upton of the Licenses for Destiny, and the Jersey Devil John Stevenson of the Dynamites of Destruction. The main event is sponsored by Longhorn Steakhouse. Always savor the flavor of Texas wherever you go. Jim, alright, so are these 4 chat ready to go? Yes, we are. Well, for the final time, good luck to all 4 of you. Please start the race. Over to you, Dave. Alright, the main event is on the way. Will Nick Gimmick complete the sweep for his team? We'll find out soon enough. The first obstacle, as always, is shaking the tree. Nick Gimmick's partner Jason Hill already got a win tonight. A win tonight will guarantee make him the Superstars of the Week for this race. John Stevenson decided, Chris Schneider decided to take that, I'm sorry. And Nick Gimmick is going to rest, and the first Superstar to go to get Speedbus is Nick Gimmick. And he's back in this one. And look at number 7, flying like crazy. Who's gonna get the next speed bus? It is number 7. And he's now in 5th place. Number 1 looks like he needs some serious help every now and then. And number 4 also needs some catching up to do, as number 8 will have the next command on the speed bus. And number 8 pauses for a moment. That'll give the Jersey Devil John Stevenson command of catching up to do. But he gets another speed bus, and he's back in this one. His strategy worked, and he's still in the game. Number 1 is still way behind on the pack, as we head into the Jersey Devil John Stevenson, who's currently in 4th place. OJ Upton leads for the Licenses for Destiny, as number 1 will have the next command speed bus. He gets some help finally. And it's a close battle between Nick Gimmick and OJ Upton. Number 8 took the next beamers, and he's going to rest. And it looks like Nick Gimmick's gonna sweep the team for his team, as the next beamers will be made by number 1, who still needed some catching up to do. And the winner of this race is Nick Gimmick. That means his team sweeps the main event for this week, as number 1 will close this one out with back-to-back speed bus. Nick Gimmick has done it. He is guaranteed to earn Superstar of the Week for his team. Don't go away, we'll wrap it up in just a little bit. So that's about it for week 5 of Chao Racing 2014 for tonight. Be sure and join us next week as we present our main championship super show, where we will travel to all the different countries for the many different championships around the world. Right now, we're going to hand over to David Glassby for the top performance of the week. So this is Jim Pickens signing off. See you next week. Alright, Jim, we'll see you next week, and here are your top performers of the week. Now, our second place team is Rusty Instant Replay Jackington and Chris Nelson. They will receive 2 bonus points for each member of the team, so congratulations to them. And our first place team is Jason Hill and Nick Gimmick, our defending champion. They will receive 5 bonus points and share the honors as Superstar of the Week. Congratulations to them. Have a fantastic week, won't you? Good night.